All right. Okay, so just continuing with that. So let me know if you are able to see the screen. Yes? Is it visible?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So there will be a simple questions like that, that why are you taking the OET exam? So you can answer anything, that I'm taking OET exam to complete a registration process for the NHS or Australian medical or anything you can say. So how long you have been working as a nurse or physician, so you can talk about your experience. You will see that there is a one-line answer on. That's what you need to give. No need to explain about yourself in detail. Just give a one-liner answer that I'm working as a nurse for 12 years now, and presently I'm working with Max Hospital in Delhi. That's it. So like that, you can just give a one or two-liner answer. No need to give or explain in detail. Clear?
Yeah, okay.
So what about your working hours? That it's an 8 hour shift, or I work Monday to Saturday, so 1 hour. So like that, why did you choose this as nursing as a career? So this is very common question. So usually the people talk about, um, during childhood, why this is a very common story. On the exam day, if you are listening to 100 students, out of 199 will answer this. When I was a small, my grandfather was admitted in a hospital, and I noticed a nurse. She was really taking care of him very well. So at that time, I decided that I will become a nurse. This is very looks like a fairy tale story. So be very practical and real to your answer. When everybody say the same answer, that it shows that this is something which common, everybody say that. So you can give your own reason here. So Lissy, what is your reason?
Ma'am, I chose this OET. OET.
അല്ലല്ല nursing.
Why did you
Nursing.
choose nursing as a career?
Ma'am, because I chose this profession because of its wide global opportunities, challenges,
Mhm.
and rewards. Because of
Hmm. Okay. And Sukhveer, what about you?
Ma'am, when I joined nursing profession at that time, I don't know why I joined it.
Hmm. Now, question is before joining even. Why did you choose?
Ma'am, because in my locality or area, all the people are doing nursing just to go abroad.
Hmm.
I chose
So
this
you also chose it.
profession.
That's what you're going to say?
Ma'am, after doing, I thought that I also want to go abroad, but before that, I don't have any idea.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else with a different idea? And a lot of people, so you can give a lot of ideas to each other.
Actually, it was my parents' dream. One
Hmm.
from our family to be become a nurse to boost our
Hmm.
family economy. Because a lot of opportunities are there abroad when we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyone else has a different reason?
It's a noble
Everybody has the
profession.
same.
It's a noble
Just
profession.
from my side, one cylinder, my
Yeah.
mother dream, because
One is your
she wants
mother's.
to be a nurse, but uh, he cannot do
Mm-hmm.
it. So
Okay.
it's my mother dream.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anyone else?
It's a noble profession, Jocelyn.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Yes. Yeah.
It it gives an encouragement, new direction to our life when we join in.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Anyone else? Anjali? Anu? Anu, what you're gonna say? You will get this question very soon, after 2 days only, I think. Yes, today is Wednesday.
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. After 2 days, you will get this question. So what you're going to answer?
Nursing has wide range of opportunities, and it's a highly paid profession, especially in European countries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else has different reason? Jose, what's your opinion?
My opinion, I think, my opinion is like it is all because of the employment opportunity that
Hmm. Right.
even, for instance, for last pandemic also, everyone was sitting simply at home except the nurses,
Hmm. Yeah.
and the respect that we get in the society.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can talk a lot about this, that this is nursing is a very noble and respectful profession. Um, Job satisfaction is the most important thing for me, and I really get satisfied when I get a blessing from a people. So, and moreover, it has a global opportunity. So even during the pandemic, when the people don't have a job, so this was the only career which was on the peak. So and always in demand. So I think yeah, that's the reason I chose this career. So you can say a lot of things. Yes. But don't say more than 2 lines. Remember that. For example, it is written, there are a lot of reasons, but it is a most respectful job and it gives you the chance to help people. From the economic view, it earns good money. Very simple. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And what about your specialty and why? Let's say you are working in some ICU or you are a OT nurse, so they can ask you this question as well, but it's very rare. What is your advice for the fresh graduates? Now, this is a very, very common question that what advice you will give to a new nurse in your department? You can say anything, any advice. You can tell her that she has to be a good listener, be patient, as this ward is really busy. So she should have a good breakfast. So XYZ, but say only one or two reason. No need to talk more, just a one or two liner because it's going to last for 2 to 3 minutes rounds only. And sometime if you have a time around 6 o'clock in the evening and the examiner is really occupied and sometimes they miss this task even. They just ask, what is your name? And you say that my name is Tina and they will give you the cue card immediately. That's it. They don't ask. It depends on the time. If they have, they will ask. Yeah. So I still remember one of my students, she told me, ma'am, I was really frustrated as the time was at the end when the examiner asked her that what a message you would like to give to a fresher. So she said, I just mentioned, I will ask her to pair a good shoe, a pair of good shoes because this ward is really busy. She has to run here and there. So it will be good if she can buy a good pair of shoes before she joins it. Even that one is okay. You can say anything. Okay. Another type of a warm-up question is how to be a successful nurse, or another way you can also say that, they can ask you any memory that you have where the patient was really annoyed with you or angry with you. So how did you handle that situation? So then means you have to talk about a situation where you counsel the patient wasn't that happy with the services and then you made him pleased. So, but it's very rare, but they can ask you. So you must prepare about these questions. All right. What was the last training? Did you have any recent training? Then you can talk about ACLS, BLS, ADLS, anything. Okay. So what is the recent medical advice you um, heard about, any advancement? Sorry. So same way you can also get in the nursing, very common question. any recent new technology that you have heard in your department. So I think you can talk more about different things. You can talk about the digital equipments. You can talk about the cardiac monitors, ECG machines, anything, even a digital thermometer. So earlier there was a mercury and all, now equipments are replaced with the digital one. And even the nursing documentation is on the system. So I think there's a lot of new technology has changed my profession. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you can prepare these kind of questions. So basically, when the role play starts, as you know, I have told you that start with the introduction, empathize with the patient, very important. Ask the question, and then accordingly, you need to summarize all the questions. Then the next step would be check the patient's knowledge and then advise. Okay, however, let's go by point. As I said, first is introduction. So you're going to say that good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as per the time. Usually the exam here in India starts by 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. from afternoon till evening 6:37. So like that, you can say good afternoon, good evening. So after 4, it is good evening. Till 4, it is good afternoon. Right? You can say that my name is so-and-so. How can I assist you? Depending on that, this is particularly for the doctors, but yes, you can say depending on the type. If it is a home visit, there will be different settings, right? So in home visit, most important is that you are going to recommend the patient to the moment you will enter. Now imagine you are at somebody's home. It's a home visit. You'll say, good morning, my name is Tina. I'm the nurse from the local community health center. Well, I'm here to assess your wound condition. Is it a right time? Always take a permission. First, tell the reason of your visit, very important, and then take a permission to proceed further. Check the time availability, patient says okay, and then proceed further. This is a typical scenario of home visit. Clear? Okay, we will talk about this on a different settings. As you know, if the patient is admitted, any ward, any clinic, any daycare center, patient is admitted, right? So in that case, you can talk about, because the relationship building is also important. You can say, good morning, my name is Tina, I'm the nurse in this ward. How can I address you? Say, John. Okay, so John, how are you doing? Say, I'm okay. How was the night? Oh, that was really terrible. I wasn't able to sleep because of my pain. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Now that's empathization. So this is how you must continue in the IPD setting. However, in case of OPD setting, where it could be a clinic or a community health center clinic, or any type of a clinic, outpatient department. So in that case, you can start. I always suggest that avoid saying how can I help you. Maybe in case of doctors, but in the nurses, even though you are sitting in a clinic, in an emergency setting, given patient must have something, injuries or something which is clearly visible, limping. He has an injury on a foot, he must limp, he will not be able to walk. You can say, oh, I can see that you're not able to walk properly. Would you mind explaining me what happened? Right? So in that way, you can start for emergency setting. And in a clinic also, the best way to start for the clinic, as I explained earlier, always ask to the patient that, if that's the best thing, if the patient will explain his condition in his own words, and can say, well, good morning, my name is Tina, I'm the nurse in this clinic, and how can I address? Okay, whatever, Tina. So then you can say that, Tina, I have your case notes with me. Well, it would be a good idea if you can explain this in your condition in your own words. So always encourage the patient to talk about his or her condition. Is that clear?
Yes. The recurrent condition.
Okay, so these are the main settings which you need to keep in mind. So this is how we start, we empathize, you can say that, oh, I'm really sorry to hear. These are the different phrases that you can. It must have been very painful, or you can say it must be stressful for you. You can note down these points, and if you want, you can take the snapshot even. It is in your Skype option. Take a snapshot. You can say that, guys, you can mute from your side. I can hear some background sounds of kids. So can you mute from your side? Okay. Thank you. So you can here say that a different thing. I'm sorry. It must be painful. It must be stressful. But can I ask you some questions? Always take a permission to ask question. Appreciate the patient for his good efforts. That's very, very important. For example, you can ask that, I appreciate your concerns. That would you mind if I asked you a few further questions regarding this situation? Now, this is a what about your appetite? Are you eating well? Now, this is a very good example of open-ended leading to the closed-ended question. Now, what about your appetite? This is an open-ended question. Okay. Are you eating well? Is the closed-ended. Are you eating well? And say yes, yeah, I eat well. No, I don't eat well. So this is yes or no. So that's the difference in open-ended. First question will be open-ended. You cannot ask in this way that, are you eating well? What about your appetite? That's wrong. Okay, so the first question will always be open-ended question. The rest later you can ask definitely. Okay, now could you describe the pain? Does it occur all the time or just now and again? Does anything special make it worse or relieve it? Now these are the questions related to the pain that you can ask. Okay, for example, if there is a site, which part of the body is affected? Could you tell me where the pain is? Can you tell me where it hurts? These are the different way to ask about the pain. Now remember, so for the pain, you need to know to check the level, the site, duration. So how to ask the questions in the duration? When did it start? How long have you had it? How have been you feeling? So there are different things. So like that you can ask, is there anything else that is bothering you? Let's say, you don't, just to end, anything else which is bothering you. It's a very good question to ask at the end. If the patient want to add, which maybe you miss something to ask. But if you will just say that, is there anything else which is bothering you? Probably if something you missed, the patient can answer. Okay, so very good question to ask at the end. So again, you can diagnosis. Always say this, well, based on your symptoms and examination, I believe that it could be your current condition could be because of your symptoms. Because in case of doctor, you can say directly, but in a nursing, we don't say directly that you have been diagnosed with this. But yes, we can say, well, based on your symptoms and examination, I believe that you have current problem because let's say it is a respiratory problem, it is because of the smoking. So I would strongly recommend you to stop smoking. So do you have any idea how to quit it? Check the patient knowledge and then move further to advice. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now this reassurance, how to give a reassurance. This is very, very important thing. You can say, well, I understand, Tina, but this is quite common. It is nothing to get alarmed about. Very good phrases. Another is, let me reassure you that, this eczema or anything is, it's self-limited. Okay, don't worry. If you can follow my advice, you will get much better soon. This is at the end, you can say. This is again, these all are reassurance words. Okay, Don't worry, it will go away by itself in a few days with some rest. Let's say patient has a pain, you can say, just take a rest and don't worry about it. It will go away. These all are reassurance words. I know it sounds difficult at first, but with practice, I'm sure you will be able to walk. I'm sure you won't have any more trouble. The staff here are very experienced and will take good care of you. Now, these all are the phrases of reassurance. I'm not saying you to use everything, but maybe one or two you can pick from this. Clear?
Yes.
And remember,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
will get 2 tasks. I told you the first round is warm-up round. Second, they will give you the cue card. They will give you the 2 to 3 minutes to prepare for that. And then you have to talk for 5 minutes. After that, again, they will give you the second cue card. Again, you'll get 2 to 3 minutes for preparation, 5 minutes to speak, and then end of the exam. So if you will get the 2 cue cards, in the 2 cue cards, let's say it is 2 are about reassurance. You're not going to use the same sentence which you have used in the first again in the second. Now that will give a picture to the examiner. Maybe you have a few limited knowledge only. You know only 1 or 2 sentence only. So always learn at least 2 to 3 phrases and use it different in both the tasks. Clear? Okay. So what to do in case of a reluctant patient? What you will do? Reluctant patient who doesn't want to take medicine, but your job is to convince the patient, right? So how to say that? So guys, I want to see your notes today. Remember that. I need the notes. Okay. So you can say the reluctant patient, I really appreciate your concern. Sukhbir, can you read it? I hope you can see that.
Yes, ma'am. I really appreciate your concern. I can understand your worries. I
Mm-hmm.
know how you feel, but let me, ma'am, I just need to read now.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
I completely understand your busy time, but your health is my priority. What is more important, your health or your job? So I think you should find some time to what is more important, the risk of, or let me assure you, if you follow my advice, the risk of heart attack will be greatly reduced. However, if you do not follow my advice and continue to smoke, then the risk of heart attack is much higher. You don't want that to happen, do you? Let me explain to you why the insulin therapy is necessary for you. Of course, you will need to continue. However, the I don't think will be helpful in your situation. I would prefer alternatives.
Okay, great. So you can say, I understand, but let me explain to you that why it is not a good choice for you to do something, whatever the patient say. So this dash dash means you can fill anything based on the um, uh, problem, concern the patient has. But yes, these are very good phrases which you can include. I really appreciate your concern. I understand that that you tried your best to explain to the patient to quit smoking, that you use these alternatives, you do this XYZ reason, you explain, and still the patient is saying, I don't think we did this kind of a task recently, where you advise the patient emotionally and all. Still, the patient said, I can't quit smoking because it really helps me to cope up with my stress. Now here you can say, well, I understand your concern, but I would like to assure you that if you follow my advice, there will be no complications further. But if you will continue to smoke, there could be a higher risk of heart attack. You're at a high risk and you're very young to have that. So I would strongly suggest you to quit smoking. Are you getting me? So these are some encouraging, motivating phrases for the reluctant patient. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when I talk about the checking understanding, I told you at the in between you have to say that. So you can use these phrases. Is that clear? Am I clear so far? How does that sound? Am I clear till now? Do you think you can do that? Do you feel comfortable about my advice? Do you have any questions so far? Would you like me to tell you more about that? So please use this all, anything out of this. You're going to give 3 advices, so you need 3 phrases. You can use a simple one. Is that clear? Am I okay? I hope it's clear to you so far. You understand? So you can use simple 3 words, but yeah. So there are 2 tasks, 3 words, 3, 3, 6. Pick up the words and practice accordingly. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when we talk about the sign posting, I told you you need to, highlight what you say. For example, during the assessment criteria, I told you you have to talk when you talking about diet, then again about the exercise, you need to change. That is called signposting. You need to tell the patient that now I'm going to talk about this and that. So first of all, I would like to talk about the importance of diet. Then you can say so far. As I said before, as I told you, I'm concerned about your smoking habit. It is important to take some necessary measures to stop it. I have to highlight, emphasize the importance of this. It's very beneficial for you. I strongly advise you to lose weight. For this reason, therefore, so, however, in addition, these are the extra words. But sometimes you guys say one more thing. One thing is that, other thing is that. So instead of one thing and other thing, you use these words like therefore, however, in addition, like that. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how to end it? Well, ending, you can just say that, do you have any more questions? Hope you feel better soon. Wish you a speedy recovery. Yeah, or if there is next follow-up, then you can say, I would like to see you in a week. Don't hesitate to call me if you have any concerns. I hope it's clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would like to see your notes after the class, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
As proper speaking template, that what's gonna say, what are the words that you're going to say in different, and then please keep these phrases in the mind. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Anyone has any questions for me? Yes?
Oh,
No
Ma'am,
questions?
can we say I acknowledge your concern?
Yeah, I acknowledge means I understand. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else has any doubts?
ma'am.
Okay. Done?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I hope it was useful for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. We'll see tomorrow that how many of you use this kind of phrases now in your speaking.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay then. If you don't have any questions in between, in case if you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime on WhatsApp.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take care. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Bye, ma'am.
Jaslene, I might be
Yes.
put in because I got a shift tomorrow.
Okay. No
Okay.
issue.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Bye bye. Good day.